research and development is. We have about 50 engineers where we do everything in-house. We build our hardware, we build our software, we build our mobile technology, specifically into agriculture technology. And then we have projects going on, as I spoke to a few moments ago, all around the world. I'll speak to those things again here in a few moments, but I know that we have quite a few speakers, and so I'll try to go through everything pretty quickly. And what I'm going to do is just share a little bit about what I've experienced living in India, and specifically starting an agriculture technology company in India. We deployed our company in Gujarat first. We have supporting projects going on around the world, but we started our company here. And so for me, coming from the West, building as dare I say the word entrepreneur, but coming to India and building our company here has been very unique. I came to India thinking that, specifically I'm speaking about agriculture, but I felt as if, okay, we can take certain technologies and put them into India and help. We can increase farmers' yield. Sure, that's easy. We can reduce the dependency of crops on water and fertilizer and things like that with the use of technology. Sure, that's easy. But what I've learned, especially over the last year, taking many meetings with farmers, visiting the villages of Gujarat and surrounding states, I've learned that there's very interesting and unique pain points which don't exist anywhere else in the world. Technology is a wonderful thing, but technology only enables. In order for technology to be effective, there needs to be a foundation in place to support the technology. So can we deploy IoT into the Indian farming market? Of course. By IoT, I mean Internet of Things, monitors, sensors, controllers, which enable precision agriculture. Sure, we can do that. But what I've learned over the last year, specifically over the last year of being here, is before we can do that, there's foundational needs which need to be met in India. Foundational needs like allowing farmers to get fair market value for their crops, for example. Allowing farmers to come together when they have very small pieces of land, come together with other farmers to create cooperatives. We need to create marketplaces to allow farmers to sell the crops that they have. We can increase yield. That's easy. Technology can increase yield. That's one of the powers of technology. But if a farmer is not able to sell the crops that they already have, then what's the point? And so sort of what we've done as a company is refocus and reposition to take a look at what are those foundational elements, what are those foundational key factors that we need to address first in the infrastructure. That's education, farmer education, okay? That's working with government, working with academia, working with the private sector in trying to create partnerships and unity so support is there. So when we introduce technology, there's lasting support to actually use that technology to its greatest potential. I'll give one example. A few years ago, there was a government initiative that gave farmers greenhouses. Okay, there were subsidies. Subsidies was given by the government, and it was a wonderful program. It was a fantastic idea because, in theory, a greenhouse allows a farmer to grow year-round, control the environment, reduce pesticides, and do a lot of wonderful things. But unfortunately, what we've found is that the farmers didn't necessarily have the support in the long term to make these greenhouses profitable or to grow properly in these greenhouses. A farmer who's been growing for generations after generations in traditional farming, faced with a greenhouse, there needs to be support there. And so I'll talk about, I'm going to finish my presentation with a roadmap. Just some ideas. The topic of this whole show is experience the next. So yes, it's great to experience the next, and that's what we're doing here. We're talking about really cool technology. We're together experiencing what's coming next. But the most important thing is to create the next, okay? And so to take what's talked about, what's discussed in events like this, and go and do, and create action. And so I have a small roadmap which I'm going to share, which we're currently working into as a company, and we're working with other companies in deploying as well. So I'll go really quickly through my presentation because I know we have some others, quite a few speakers, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So we're having technical difficulties at a technical conference. That's awesome. I apologize if I'm a little slow today. I was up until about 2 a.m. last night dancing Garba for Navaratri at my society. So it's too much fun, too much fun. Oh. Okay, no, not yet. Okay, so it's a little out of sequence, but what's about to be played right now is a video which we created. EYC Labs was one of the keynote presenters at an event a couple months ago called Farm to Fashion, which dealt into specifically agriculture, into textiles, specifically into cotton, indigo, other fibers. So we created this video to share with our stakeholders who are involved in one of our pilot projects. Right now we have a pilot project deployed where we're trying to yield 2,000 kgs of cotton per hectare using an existing drip irrigation system, but just enhanced with a couple, with a mobile controlling and IoT sensors. And so this video here, which was just playing a moment ago, is a video which showcases what these different technologies are and some other broad technologies as well. And the video is actually in Gujarati, so you'll all be able to understand quite well, I'm sure. This is my partner, Brajesh Kamani, who's the Chief Technical Officer of our company. So he's going to lend some technical support. So I'm just curious, how many people are actually specifically into agriculture here? I'm just curious. Okay, fantastic. And how many people are students? Wonderful, welcome. That's incredible. That's so amazing. That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay, so to just try to keep moving forward, what I'll do is I'll just summarize what the video is about, and we can all imagine. It's a really amazing video too. If you look at our YouTube channel for EYC Labs, you can watch it, so it's there anytime. And so basically what the video talks about is how specific technologies can be deployed into agriculture. So it talks about Internet of Things. I spoke about IoT a few moments ago. So Internet of Things, connected devices, okay? Right now, globally, we're, and I say we as in the collective, the collective us, we're in a revolution. A few moments ago, I heard an amazing presentation about different revolutions, about agriculture revolutions, and if they're sustainable. Currently, we're in a revolution right now, which is, some people call it the fourth revolution, the fourth industrial revolution, but it connects people, things, with a digital infrastructure. Connected things, connected people. And so with connected things, what my company does is we're putting those connected things into the farms. What that does is it allows a couple really cool things to happen. It allows plants to grow more efficiently, where it's requiring less water, less fertilizer, less pesticides, less electricity, to grow the same amount of crops because the sensors know exactly what type of crop is being grown and how much nitrogen, how much phosphorus, how much potassium the plant needs at every stage of the growing cycle. Once that occurs, then farming can be done more efficiently. It can be done more cheaply, okay? Which of course reduces operating costs at the beginning, which puts more money in a farmer's pocket at the start of the growing cycle. What IoT also does, what Internet of Things also does, is it allows for increased yields. So when the plant is getting exactly what it needs at exactly the right times, yield is increased as well. So it does two things. This technology does two things. Internet of Things does two things in terms of growing the plant. Reduces inputs, increases outputs, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing that Internet of Things does, which is remarkable, which hasn't happened before in history, is it collects data. And it collects massive, massive, massive amounts of data. A few moments ago, I was listening to the keynote and then the planning session right next door, and I was listening to some amazing talks about artificial intelligence, okay? And where artificial intelligence really comes into play in agriculture isn't necessarily machines and androids walking around. Now, yes, artificial intelligence can automate a harvest in an indoor growing facility, but for agriculture specifically, where artificial intelligence gets really cool is in the code, okay? Predictive analytics. The machines or the devices in the field are learning. They're getting better. They're improving based upon the feedback which is happening in real time in the farm, and it's making predictive analytics. It's giving instructions to a farmer along every stage of the growing cycle. Okay, you're growing cotton. Do this in phase 1, do this in phase 2, do this in phase 3, and then it's gathering the data from all the other farmers who are growing similar crops, and it's improving. It's getting better and better and better and better. And so for agriculture specifically and into Internet of Things, that's how artificial intelligence is really exciting, because it makes machine learning, it takes machine learning and it applies it into helping the farmer in the long term. So yeah, Internet of Things, machine learning, and artificial intelligence with Internet of Things, mobile technology. So all of this is interfaced through a mobile phone, of course. Through mobile technologies, you can do really cool things. Here's.
હાલમાં સમગ્ર વિશ્વમાં કૃષિ ટેકનોલોજીમાં ક્રાંતિ થઈ રહી છે. હેક્ટર દીઠ ઉપજ અને નિપજ સતત દરે વધી રહ્યા છે. આ કોઈ પણ પાક માટે યોગ્ય છે. ઘઉં, ટામેટા અને ચોક્કસપણે કપાસ. ભારત ઉત્પાદન ક્ષમતા કેવી રીતે વધારી શકે તથા કપાસની ખેતીમાં એક ઇનોવેટર તરીકે જાણીતું બની શકે. પ્રથમ ચાલો આપણે વિકસિત થઈ રહેલી કૃષિ ટેકનોલોજી જોઈએ, જે હાલમાં વિશ્વભરમાં ઉપયોગમાં લેવાઈ રહી છે. તાજેતરમાં કૃષિમાં IoT ટેકનોલોજી એક મહત્વપૂર્ણ ભૂમિકા ભજવી રહી છે. જેમ કે ખેતીની પદ્ધતિઓને સ્વયં સંચાલિત બનાવવી, ઉપજ વધારવી અને પાણીના વપરાશમાં ઘટાડો કરવો. દાખલા તરીકે NDVI કેમેરા જેવા ઉપકરણોથી NDVI વેજીટેશન ઇન્ડેક્સિંગ દ્વારા એરિયલ ડ્રોનથી પાકના આરોગ્ય પર દેખરેખ રખાય છે. તથા પોકેટ કદના નેનો સ્પેક્ટ્રમ એનાલાઇઝર ડિવાઇસ જે કોઈ પણ પાકના સ્વાસ્થ્ય અંગેની માહિતી આપે છે. ઊભી ખેતી એ સૌથી વધુ પ્રગતિ કરતી ટેકનોલોજી છે. ઊભી ખેતીથી ખૂબ જ ઓછી જગ્યામાંથી ઉત્તમ નફો મેળવી શકાય છે. LED લાઇટથી ઊભી ખેતી કરી બીજનો વૃદ્ધિ દર વધે છે તથા વેચાણનો સમય ઘટે છે. એક્વાપોનિક્સ ખેતી એક એવી પદ્ધતિ છે જે માછલીમાંથી પેદા થતા ઓર્ગેનિક કચરાના પદાર્થનો ઉપયોગ ખાતર તરીકે કરે છે. વૈશ્વિક સ્તરે ઓર્ગેનિક કેમિકલ ફ્રી ઉત્પાદનની માંગ સતત વધી રહી છે. તેથી ઊભી ખેતી પદ્ધતિની માંગમાં પણ વધારો થઈ રહ્યો છે. ઇન્ટરનેટ ઓફ થિંગ્સ ટેકનોલોજી એક એવી ટેકનોલોજી છે જે સામાન્ય ખેતીને સ્માર્ટ ખેતીમાં ફેરવી શકે છે. સ્માર્ટ ખેતીમાં સેન્સર્સ નિર્ણાયક પરિબળ પર દેખરેખ રાખે છે, જેવા કે પ્રકાશ, તાપમાન, ભેજ અને માટીના pH અને NPK. સ્માર્ટ ફાર્મ કંટ્રોલર્સ કાર્યને નિયંત્રિત કરે છે, જેવા કે ટપક સિંચાઈના દરને જાણવાનું, રિમોટલી પાણીના જળાશય પંપ ચાલુ બંધ કરવાનું અને જો પાણી લીક થવાની ઘટના બને તો પાણીની લાઈનો બંધ કરવાનું. આ સમગ્ર સિસ્ટમને ખેડૂતોની હાથની હથેળીમાં લાવી દીધી છે મોબાઈલ એપ્લિકેશન દ્વારા, જેનાથી તમામ ક્ષેત્રના સાધનો, ઉપકરણો અને સેન્સરનું નિયંત્રણ કરી શકાય છે તથા દેખરેખ રાખી શકાય છે. સેન્ટ્રલ IoT ગેટવે ઉપકરણનું મુખ્ય કામ સ્માર્ટ ફાર્મમાં સ્થિત સેન્સર દ્વારા માહિતી એકત્ર કરવાનું છે. આ માહિતીનો ઉપયોગ ભવિષ્યમાં ઉત્પાદન વધારવામાં અને પાણી ખાતરના વપરાશમાં ઘટાડો કરવા માટે થાય છે. સમગ્ર વિશ્વમાં ટપક સિંચાઈ, ખેતી અને આધુનિક કૃષિ ટેકનોલોજીનો ઉપયોગ કરીને હેક્ટર દીઠ ઉત્પાદનમાં વધારો કરે છે. કૃષિ ટેકનોલોજી દ્વારા ખેડૂત ભૌગોલિક સ્થાન આધારિત ઉત્પાદનની માહિતી મેળવી શકે છે. મોબાઈલ એપ્લિકેશન દ્વારા ખેડૂતોને માહિતી આપવામાં આવે છે કે નાઇટ્રોજન, ફોસ્ફરસ અને પોટેશિયમ ખાતરનો કેટલો ઉપયોગ કરવો અને ખેતીના સાધનોમાં કોઈ ખામી છે કે નહીં. નવી કૃષિ ટેકનોલોજીથી ખેડૂતો છેક છોડના મૂળ સુધી પાણી પહોંચાડી શકે છે, જેના કારણે પાણીના ઉપયોગમાં ઘટાડો થઈ શકે છે. સ્માર્ટ ફાર્મ સિસ્ટમ રિમોટલી હવામાન પરિસ્થિતિ સાથે સંકલન છે કે નહીં તેની જાણકારી આપે છે, જેથી ખેડૂતો શ્રેષ્ઠ નિર્ણયો લઈ શકે. વિશ્વભરમાં IoT ફાર્મથી પ્રોડક્શનમાં સતત વધારો જોવા મળી રહ્યો છે અને છેલ્લે IoT કૃષિ ટેકનોલોજી અપનાવીને ભારત દેશ કપાસના ઉત્પાદનમાં વધારો કરી શકે અને વિશ્વમાં કપાસ કૃષિ ક્ષેત્રે પ્રચલિત થઈ શકે છે.
Okay, so we have quite a few speakers, and so I'm going to start wrapping up a little bit on the technology part. But what I'm going to finish with saying is the support needs to happen from a few different areas in order to make this technology effective into a market such as India. Support from the government, support from the private sector, support from universities and academia, and support from companies and businesses themselves working together to create unity and collaboration in order for these things to see success. And so I'll end at that because I know we have a few other speakers and I think we're starting to run over time now. So I would like to thank everybody very much and thank you.